Hi, my name's Erin, also known as Mrs. Space Cadet. Welcome back to my brain, where I make videos about my life to make you feel better about yours. I'm refilming this because my card filled up while I was filming and I deleted the first part of this video. So hi again. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 24. Roll the intro. Hey, it's Vlogmas, not Jogmas, or Tetanus, or Dogmas. It's Vlogmas. You know that thing you won't care that you miss? This is called a forced smile because I'm actually angry. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of that intro. I'm sick of hearing it and I'm sick of editing it in. So I'm kind of excited for Vlogmas to be over. Today I'm coming to you from our lovely wood-paneled bedroom that we have done nothing to since we moved into this house. And in that door is where the new baby will be, which is currently just an attic. We'll get there. We have a couple months left. So far, I have wrapped a Maui doll for Lily, which is a character from Moana. I got Barrett a little toy truck set. Wow, is that really all I got done? Dan took the kids to go drop off the recycling, and that will give me time to finish this wrapping, because the last thing I want to do is wrap it tonight. I made that mistake last year. Tonight is my parents' Christmas Eve party, which they have every year. And lots of food, lots of drinks, fancy smancy. My mom called earlier. She seems very overwhelmed and stressed out. So you know it's gonna be a great party. But the last thing I'm gonna wanna do tonight, after being there, talking to people, which can be exhausting to me, and wrangling the kids and keeping them from being not good, and then getting them home and putting them to bed when they're all excited. The last thing I want to do after all that is wrap presents. I did that last year and I was so exhausted, it made me miserable. I don't want to be miserable when I'm wrapping Christmas presents. Even though I hate wrapping presents. You know, it's enough that I hate wrapping presents in the first place. So what I'm saying is I don't want to be more hateful about it. This is a clock for Lily. It turns green when she can wake up. I can't believe I deleted that footage. I can't believe it. It's not like it was anything special. Don't feel like you missed anything. Just me doing this. And I wasn't even gonna film today. I didn't film the last couple days. But I kind of missed it. I noticed if I don't put a video out for maybe 2 to 3 days, I really do start to miss it, and I'm like, oh, I just want to film something. And part of it, I think for me, is I miss like talking to you guys about stuff, because every time I put a video out, I ask you questions and you guys are so cool about answering it. And I feel like it's an easy way to talk to people from all different places with all different opinions. I really like that. But speaking of opinions, there's and comments on YouTube, people's YouTube channels. It's one thing to get a comment from someone that's miserable, that's like, oh, you're stupid, you're ugly. You know, it's not really filled with meaning, and you can easily just be like, well, you're probably stupid and ugly on the inside, you know? But some of these comments I see on, like I said, these mom channels or parenting channels on YouTube are just really unsupportive. Moms second guess themselves enough. The last thing they need is for someone nitpicking everything they're doing. I mean, oh, I just ripped that. You guys know I'm pregnant with our third baby, so at this point, if someone judges what I'm doing, I can pretty much brush it off. If you think it's weird that I cloth diaper or I, you know, nurse my kids till they're 1.5 years or 2 or something, that's on you, man. Not me. But the people I feel bad for on YouTube are these first-time parents, and there's a lot of them on YouTube. A lot of them. These first-time parents that are already unsure of what they're doing, I'm sure. I'm sure they're unsure of what they're doing. I know I was. And I cannot imagine having a slew of comments saying, "You're doing that wrong. Don't put him on the sofa. Don't do this. I can't believe you're feeding that baby formula." What are you gonna do if you can't breastfeed? You're gonna have to give the baby formula. Get over it. You're gonna let the baby starve? And a lot of these people commenting, I bet don't even have kids. Or they had kids back in like I don't know when things were different. What did I just wrap? Oh, the clock. Alright, this is for Lily, so we'll do an L. Do you guys have any baby names you could suggest to us? That's another thing we're talking about lately. When I was pregnant with Barrett, we didn't know. We didn't find out if he was a boy or a girl. So that was twice as hard because you had to come up with two nameless boy and girl names. I'm not personally a fan of unisex names. That is just my opinion. I like them for other kids, but not mine. Where did I put the scissors? I came up with a whole list of names this morning, and I suggested every single one to Dan, and he shot every single one down. I could make a whole video of Dan shooting down names that I suggest for no particular reason. I think what I might do is a baby name video and do a whole list of baby names that I like and see what your opinions are on them, because I think you guys might be a little more rational than Dan about it. To be honest, we were so set on a name like a few months ago. We were so set on it, and we started to second guess ourselves about it, and I think we're going to change it again. But now that we're trying to think of other names, neither of us like this other name that we decided against is coming back on the table. And I would love to announce the name before the baby comes, but I'm absolutely not going to do that, and I have pretty good reason why. And that is because people always have an opinion. And I'm the type of person that I can easily be swayed by someone's opinion. But in terms of naming my baby, if someone swayed my opinion on a name, I will regret that. And I can tell you for one thing, there was quite the bit of drama around Barrett's name. And I won't get into the details about who it was, because everything's fine now, but it did upset me a lot at the time. What happened was, we named him. Well, we didn't have a name for him. We didn't have a name for him until the last minute at the hospital when they said you have to name him, you have to have something on the birth certificate. And we had been thinking about it the whole time, obviously. And you know, Barrett's birth was so traumatic. I think we were both still in shock. It was so hard to think of anything, let alone what your kid's name is going to be for the rest of their life. So you want it to sound cute and everything and be a little different, but still kind of classy. My biggest thing is I want it to look good on a resume, and I don't want them to be judged based on their name, because when an employer looks at a resume, they're not also looking at the person or talking with the person. They're just looking at a name, and they can subconsciously have judgment on that person based on a name, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, Barrett, I mean, that's a strong boy name. And I think in the Facebook post, I wrote his name. I said, it's a boy. Wrote his name, and at the end of it, I think I said his nickname is Bear or something like that, because Barrett means bear strength or something close to that. And these people came to the hospital and gave us a hard time about it because bear in another language means idiot or something not nice. And I said, that's his name. We like his name. Can you please not bother us about it? Because we're still stressed about the birth, and we still didn't really know if he was going to be okay mentally and physically. So I started crying, and the nurse that was in there could kind of sense the tension because Dan was getting angry because they made me upset. And she told us that we can kick them out and have security come, which would have been so extra, over the top, what I wanted. All I wanted was for everyone to just stop about the name, but they didn't, and I think we kind of, I don't know, I think Dan yelled or something and they left. I don't really remember how it ended. I was just so dumbfounded and like kind of hurt by it that we just had been through all this trauma, and you know, Barrett was in the NICU, and that's what they came to the hospital immediately talking about. Don't name him that. It's just really weird to me. It's still weird, but you know, I'm over it. Dan's over it. They're over it, and everything's fine now. It's just that definitely taught me, don't announce the baby's name until after they're officially named. Do you guys have any experiences like that? Like, you like a name? The worst is when someone's like, I mean, this wouldn't sway me against a name, but when you're like, oh, I really like the name Lila, and someone's like, oh, I had a dog named Lila. I really like the name Molly. Oh, I had a cow on the farm named Molly. Wow, that's what I want to think about when I say my daughter's name, is your pet cow. Instead of saying that, you could say, oh, I really like that name. That's a nice name. You know, it was so sweet of the nurse during that whole dramatic situation about, like, tension was building in my hospital room and I was crying, and they were just insistent, don't name him that, don't call him that. And the sweet nurse, oh my God, the sweetest nurse, she started saying, she was like, well, what's his name? And we said Barrett. And she's like, oh, I really like that name. She was very positive about the name, trying to also get them to be quiet about it. And she started saying, oh, I've heard horrible names. And she started going through all these names that she, in that hospital, has seen babies named. One of them was the Joy of Christmas, or Joy of Christmas. That was the baby's first name, Joy of Christmas. And it was because the baby was conceived on Christmas. Who wants to think of that? I mean, really. I'm sure you guys have heard of the baby, the kid named ABCDE. Absidae, I guess you would pronounce that. So there are way worse names than Barrett. And I still, to this day, love Barrett's name. When people ask his name and I say Barrett, I'm not shy about it or embarrassed. I think it's a really strong, classy name that can also be very professional, but yet different. And when I say different, I don't mean like Boolahoo or something like that. That's not, well, I don't mean like trendy or, what's that word I'm looking for? I don't know. I just mean I don't want to know anyone with that name. So maybe a bunch of other people know someone named Barrett, but I didn't know anyone named Barrett, and I didn't know anyone's kids named Barrett. So I like it. If anyone comes for this baby's name. Well, am I done wrapping? Wow, I think I am. Well, I think what I might do is put this video up and then take some video of Christmas Eve and roll that into tomorrow's Christmas video. Not like you guys care, I'm just letting you know. You guys want to see some finished products before I sign off? I mean, that was not even that bad, I guess. Don't care. That's a gem right there. Oh my God, I've been talking for like 30 minutes. I should just post this unedited. That's gonna take me way too long to edit. I'm just gonna post this really long video today. As always, thanks for watching. If you made it this long, wow, I love you. Put a Christmas tree emoji and a middle finger emoji in the comments if you made it this far. I will be very surprised to see that. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.